Hi everyone, welcome so I'll just call this a quick cheat sheet, or should I say a practical session, a real practical session. And let me quickly give a disclaimer. My 5-year-old, so I'm recording, most of the times I record very early in the morning, but I had said I was going to do this, so my 5-year-old is actually chanting at the background. All right, but I just thought I should share a practical way that you can actually review your week, you understand, or review the day. So I'm going to share my screen quickly, and that's screen 2. So yeah, so if you take a look, of course, yesterday was 13th of March, Monday 14th. So basically this is my schedule. So on Sunday, yes, I planned in the morning, waking up at 3:30, then reading my Bible, reading deep work. There's this audio book called The Bait of Satan by John Bevere that I'm listening to. I have that zeal to actually finish it by the end of this week tops. You understand? I'm on chapter 9. It's got 12 chapters basically. So I think I'm done with chapter 9. Yes, I finished chapter 9 yesterday. So I've got 10, 11, 12. And I'm finding out that I'm loving audiobooks. You get that? So I had that. Then get ready for church. So everything went as planned. Let me explain. So Sunday, no, everything didn't go as planned. So no, okay, it was Monday morning that everything didn't go as planned. Sorry. So Sunday, everything went as planned. It was all sweet. It got to the part where I wanted to send a reminder, but I was like, I don't want to send a reminder right now. So even within that note, I think there's something else in there. So if you see that, it's got notified this. So I did this, but I didn't do the major one. So which I was like, I want to give that a rest, you understand, till probably Tuesday, but I've not rescheduled it. You understand? But my reminder has been typed up. So all I just need to do is copy and paste it and send. So I don't really need a time slot anymore to think through what I need to send. Then one thing I noticed was I got back from church, yes, at about 1:30. But instead of resting, yes, I sent that reminder and I was like, instead of resting for 30 minutes, let me just start cooking. So the issue that I've got right now is that COVID has started spreading here. So supply chains, we've got reduced supply chains. So you don't really have food and stuff like that. Then naturally, if you notice, one thing I notice is to cook for me takes a lot of time. So dinner preps, I put 1 hour here. So you find out because I work every day, basically, and I'll explain why my Saturday is so blank. Because I work every day, lunch, I don't need to create lunch for either myself or my kids, basically, but I do their lunches between 5 and 7, you understand? So I've got all that. So this is my plan, basically, for the week. And what I noticed was that I cooked for a longer time. So I started cooking at like 1:30 and I didn't finish. Well, I cooked ironed and everything, but I finished before 3:30. So the idea behind setting up times is that you should always remember that you need to give yourself extra time. So with cooking, so I was just like, okay, so next time when the caterers that I usually use are not available, you understand? Because if you see, my week is actually really busy. So I usually order food in order for me to buy time. So I order food from someone, but because COVID has been spreading, the person has not been available. The second person, I ordered Giz Dodo, and she was like, oh, sorry, I was not able to find some certain items. Obviously, COVID, things have reduced. So I had to cook fried rice myself. And I think what happened was my toddler, who you can hear mumbling at the background, decided that she wanted pasta. So I cooked 2 things. I made fried rice, I made pasta at the same time. So, well, I finished before 3:30. The good thing is I gave myself a buffer to rest, right? You understand? But I listened to the Bait of Satan again here because I had the credit. So submitting the budget, I wrote if finalized. It was not finalized. I was still waiting on some other people. So I had time credit basically. So instead of using that time to surf around, I decided I was going to, listen to audiobooks and stuff like that. I think I cleaned up the house a little bit. And if you see, I gave myself light time here because I was like, look, after preparing dinner and stuff like that, I'd like to get my kids ready, and stuff like that. And that was basically it. So now I'm preparing dinner and that's why I'm doing. So this is Monday. That's why I'm doing this recording quickly. Because afterwards, I've got exercise on 2 days. So basically on Monday, the reason why I've got this, so I finish work at 4:30, but I have to go pick up my daughter, my first one, in a different daycare, then go to pick up the other one. So basically I get home like most of the times, if I'm lucky, I get home at 6:30, but there was a day I actually got home at 7:30. That's why I get someone to cook so that I don't have to cook. But I knew I had to cook, so I'm cooking right now. But I was like, there's nothing I can do on Mondays and especially Wednesdays. You understand? When should I say, yeah, there's nothing I can do when I have to pick up my daughter from school. You understand? From the main school. So I would just naturally rest. But I popped in exercise there. So I love dancing. So Zumba. So I have these YouTube videos that I go through. Now I want to talk about, so this is me talking about scheduling. You understand? You can see how I've given them color codes. So anything that's got to do with my growth, you understand, I make it purple. You understand? Like, it's my growth. It's something I'm looking at doing. So you have exercise, Zumba, it's my growth. It's something I really want to do. Read my Bible, it's my growth. You understand? This is, those who are Christians, I decided that, okay, you know what, I'm going to set aside days that I'm going to be praying for certain things as I'm driving back, just to buy that time. And what I noticed today was, most of the times when I'm driving back, I actually make phone calls. I call my parents and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'll have to fit that in during my lunchtime, right? So this is me doing a review. Now, the major review that I want to do right now, that I want you guys to know, is when I woke up this morning at 3 a.m., and I was meant to read my Bible. I'm not sure if I was so tired from last night or whatnot, but I somehow slept back. So I slept back and woke up at 4. So I was reading my Bible from 4 to 4:30, and then I read Deep Walk between 4:30 and 5:30, basically that. And I was like, nah, that does not work. So instead of doing this, I'm going to change it, because I've reviewed my day already. And I'm like, no, one thing I used to do before was, so instead of resting till 3, I'm still going to rest. Okay, so I even put rest from 8:30 to 4:30 a.m. It's not going to be till 4:30. I naturally wake up at 3. So that's me changing it back to 3 a.m. You understand? That I wake up at 3. Now, when I wake up at 3 here, instead of doing read my Bible first, I'm going to change this from 3 a.m. I'm going to change it to 3:30 to 4:30, basically. And this I'm following events. So I'm going to do that all through this week. You understand? And I'm going to put in here, take a shower. You understand? Because a shower and makeup. You understand? Well, I can't use much makeup because we are going out with face mask, but at least I try to do my brows, basically that. So I'm going to give that 30 minutes, because frankly, 30 minutes is more than enough for me. And I'm going to do a repeat daily, and then go back and click on custom. And because it's, so I want to repeat it, give it a try till not April. So I'm looking at this May, that's April. So I'm looking at this on Friday, you understand? Although I think I should move it to actually Saturday, because I feel it at that time, just to see how that works for me, because I went back to sleep, you understand? So this is me reviewing today and how it went. And I click save. You understand? And because it's showering, and if you notice, getting ready for work and school is normal blue color. So I'm leaving it as blue. But I've moved this to 3:30 to 4:30. So that automatically takes my deep work from that 4:30 to 5:30. Now, and I'll explain the concept of my time blocks quickly. Then get ready for work. That becomes 5:30. You understand? I still leave the house at 7 a.m. anyway, so that changes. So these are following events. So I've reviewed my whole week. So not reviewed, I've actually made this change. But you can see that the bait of Satan, which I'm meant to swap to on Thursday, are still not changed. So I'm going to change that quickly again and make that 4:30 to 5:30, and do save this and following events. And that's my week reorganized based on something that I realized that I did not factor in. Sure, you get. Now I have read to Dami here. So I've got, because it's important to me and it's how I bond with her, I've included that I want to be reading to her every day. I think I did it for 3 days, but I actually have to spread that through, figure out where to put it in here. Now, I said I was going to tell you why this is blank. So ideally, we are meant to have a vigil. So I volunteer with KGA. We're meant to have a leaders vigil on Friday, and because I'm 7 hours ahead, that means it's going to be the morning. So I still have read this, because potentially most of the times the video starts at 9 or maybe at 10. So I've left all this blank because I need to know the timing. in order for me to be able to move things around. You understand? And that's what's going to make me plan my Saturday. But you can see that I've got a meeting there at 7, and I'm also thinking of including a slot where I'm going to do one-on-ones with you guys. But this is how to practically review your day. You understand? I'm not going to wait till the end of the week and I'm going to stop sharing. You understand? I'm not going to wait till the end of the week and then realize that, you know what, for the whole week, every time I said I was going to wake up and, take a shower, it seems like I just did not do it. You understand? Or every time I said I was going to do it, it seems like I just did not do it. You understand? But that's the color of my, and you can see I color coded it to mean different things to me. You understand? And let me explain my time blocks. I always ensure that I give myself more time. So if I'm reading my Bible for 1 hour, I'm not actually reading it for 1 hour. I could read it for 15 minutes, then I have 10 minutes to actually get up and say, oh, should I drink water? What are those healthy things that I want to do this morning? You understand? Or I can choose to span it till that time, then now move to deep work. You understand? But always give yourself more time. So if the activity is going to take, like my Zumba stuff, the video on YouTube is 20 minutes, but I'm giving myself 30 minutes because my auntie here is going to join me, and there are times she's going to jump into my legs and I will have to stop the stuff, pause. You understand? So I was like, nah, I'm going to give myself that extra time. But on specifically Mondays and Wednesdays, I don't do much. Tuesday, I planned on watching Visioning Your 2022 Retreat by DDK, because it's one of the things I want to do to grow. So you have to have items within your schedule that helps you grow. You have to have items within your schedule that naturally, you understand. And I've only put up my personal schedule. So you can see that my work and whatnot is blank. I had a list of what I had written that I wanted to achieve at work this week, and that's on my work calendar, which is totally different, you understand, from this, because I don't want to mix it up with my home calendar. When I'm at home, I don't want to be looking at my phone's calendar and then saying, oh, I've got this going on at work, I've got that. Nah, I want to be fully at home, you understand? So I just have separated them and I've color coded them. So there are more things you can actually use your review time for. And I hope this has been helpful for you. So thank you so much for joining me for this short session. See you hopefully on Friday. I'm thinking maybe Friday or Saturday, we might have a session, or we might just do one-on-ones and close out. But this is just my midweek hack. And by the way, I'm recording this on Monday, of course, but it will be shared on Wednesday. Take care. Bye.